When I first met Dr. Drake, he took the time to sit down and talk with me and get to know me. I wasn't just a number with him. After my first annual exam with him, I had some abnormal cells show up on my lab report, and so he decided that we needed to watch that for a year. After a year, I came back for my next annual exam, and my results were a little bit worse than the time before. He diagnosed me with cervical cancer then.
We sat down and I talked to her about her options, whether she wanted to go into further observation versus intervene. And she looked at me and said, "What would you do if this was your daughter?"
He told me that he would always treat me as if I were his own family. And so with that being said, he said that if I'm not gonna have any more children, then he recommended that I have a hysterectomy. And I trusted his opinion and I trusted his professional expertise. And so I went ahead and had a hysterectomy with Dr. Drake.
So cervical cancer is a disease of the cervix and endocervix, usually caused by the human papillomavirus. It's asymptomatic until it gets into the late stages. So really it's about screening. It's about looking into it further with colposcopies, biopsies, and sometimes conizations.
I think it's very important for every woman to get their yearly exam. I'm so thankful that I did. My outcome could have been a lot different than it is. I would encourage any woman in East Texas, even if you don't live in East Texas, to make an appointment. Go see Dr. Drake. You won't be sorry. Every single person that I know that uses him absolutely loves Dr. Drake. So the day after I had my hysterectomy, I was expecting not to feel very good just by the stories that I was told. But through Dr. Drake's technique, I felt wonderful. I didn't give myself the option to stay down. I couldn't at that time because a week after I had a hysterectomy, my whole life changed. My son, Raegan Williamson, passed away during a horse accident. He was warming his horse up for his first junior high rodeo, and his horse suffered a heart attack and reared up and fell on top of him. I was devastated. I have days where I'm mad and where I'm sad, but it's really, really hard for me to be mad that my son lives in heaven. My spirit rejoices knowing that he lives there.
Watching someone lose a child and watch them handle it with such strength and positivity makes me think, what do I have to complain about in my own life? And she's just an example of dealing with extremely difficult things on this earth and walking out of it stronger and able to help, focusing on other people, helping them through things when she's the one we should be helping, but she's actually helping us.
Dr. Drake is not like any other doctor. You don't really hear of any other doctors going above and beyond for their patients like he does. And it meant the world to me for when I went to my follow-up visit with him after my hysterectomy that he stopped what he was doing and he prayed over me. And he let me know that he was there professionally and that he and his wife were there personally, and they continuously prayed over us. They continuously prayed over my husband, and they were there for us during the hard times in our life. They don't teach that in medical school. I'm extremely thankful for Dr. Drake. He is not only a wonderful doctor, but he is now a family friend.